Hey, peoples. This mix is on YouTube. If I can drop the link somewhere, I'll drop the link. But it's by J Boogie Baby. It's called Best of Advanced Stepping Volume 1. This is a year old, y'all. And when I tell y'all, it puts me in a whole mood. But that ain't what y'all came here for. Y'all came to be nosy and hear what I've been doing on this dating app. Let me tell y'all something. So look, it was men that suggested that I do this, okay? There were male friends of mine who have been on dating apps, and they were saying that they were just having fun. I've learned quite a bit about myself, but I've also learned quite a bit that I probably didn't want to know. So, first of all, I can't stand bands. I cannot. Y'all know I can't stand a band. BAN. If you don't know, tap somebody on the shoulder and ask them, hey, what's the band? Men who send paragraphs, you got a little bit of it in you. You got a little itch in you. You do. Because kids do that. Angry women do that. Men should not send paragraphs. I'm sorry. Men typically have a phone conversation, tell a woman, hey, call me when you get a second. Y'all don't send paragraphs, especially when I'm reading emotions. I had a few of them that sent them. One of them was very emotional. He was a little suicidal. I wasn't ready for that. And I felt as though I couldn't help him. He didn't really ask me anything. He just started in telling me about himself. But it was like, as I got the reading through this, I was like, oh my God, this guy is really depressed. And he needed a therapist, and I couldn't help him. So on the dating app, you're allowed to actually lead the conversation. So that conversation I had to lead. There was another conversation I had with a gentleman who made it very clear that he didn't want to date a woman that had children in the house because his kids were grown. I did not start a conversation with him, but he did start one with me. I was a little confused, like, bruh, I know you saw my profile. Why are you reaching out to me if I don't have what it is that you're looking for? I feel like when you on here, you need to like ride out what you saying on there, because people are not looking for you if they know up front that what they have is not something you want. That was very confusing to me. Needless to say, he kind of came off as a little bit of a narcissist. And I know a lot of people use that term very loosely. What was killing me about him, though, is he was making it very clear as to what he expected from his woman and how he expected his woman to act. And he did not prefer a woman that was a think tank. That X'd me out of the picture. I was okay with that. I'm not a woman that prefers a daddy. There's other instances that you know what I'm saying. But I'm not looking for a man who wants to jump in here and think I need to be saved. I don't need a captain. I spent a lot of my life with captains. I don't need a captain. I'm okay with me. And I'm not overly independent. I'm all right with you running this shit. Just don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a man that think he got to sit here and run over me. It's what I'm saying. That's just disrespectful to me. I noticed something about myself in here. Now, there are a lot of nice looking gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you all. I did not put a stipulation on the race. I had a few people that I told about this were like, why would you leave yourself open to date a white guy? Let me explain something to you about how I see this. I don't think love is going to come with a specific color. I have a way that I prefer, want, and need to be loved. And I'm not looking for it from a specific race. That's just my take. I don't think I'm selling myself out, because Lord knows I done dated enough niggas. I think that I've done dated enough niggas to be okay with being this open. Come on now, y'all. Oh my God. And if you don't know, it's all over YouTube. That's my take on that. That's just how I feel. You ain't got to agree with it. You can always swipe up. The other thing that I did was I put in a preference as far as the height goes. on my profile, and one of the guys was offended because I went back later and changed it, and I told him that my preference were men that were 5'10" and taller, and I changed my preference to 5'6" because it seemed like it wasn't really feeding me too many people. And when I expressed it to him, he was like, "I'm 5'6", and what I wanted to tell him was, "You're sounding angry right now." But I'm not gonna lie to you all. Those of you who kind of know my history as far as men I've dated, some of them have not been any taller than me than maybe about 4 or 5 inches. The only issue I had is the ones that I dated seemed like they came with a little bit of a complex. Now, what I did notice were those that were, 5'11", maybe 6'1". They seemed a lot more confident. And let me explain something to you about me. I know this about me. I am a very confident woman. It's going to take a whole confident man to handle this voluptuousness, baby. Don't get this twisted, okay? I'm not looking for a man who feels as though he got to stand next to me and he got to make himself feel taller by putting me down. That ain't what I'm looking for. I'm just saying. But one thing I noticed, and I'm gonna get up off of here. There was somebody on social media that was saying that she didn't have time to date. She wants to date, but she doesn't know how to date. Are you supposed to be dating multiple people? Is it okay to see 2 guys on the weekend? I noticed that what I'm struggling with is my timing. I don't have time for a relationship because I'm already dealing with so many other things and so many other people. So I have to figure out some type of work-life balance. Now, what I did start doing is making time to actually have a phone call with a few of these men who were persistent, which I appreciated. And so because I made the time to have the phone call, for some of them, the date isn't necessary because I'm knowing just with those first few phone calls that this ain't going nowhere. So I encourage you all, you don't have to jump right into dating multiple people. If you're going to date, I would say start out with some phone conversations. If you have to see each other, in my opinion, that's what Messenger and FaceTime is for. I don't think that you have to go out and spend money. If you're comfortable with the way the person is talking on the phone, I think then you schedule a date to go out. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel as though things are working for me. I'm not going to lie to you all. I have not met anybody on a date yet. It's really been conversation because the conversation still has not moved me. I don't know if I'm waiting on Prince Charming to sweep me off my feet. I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if an ugly nigga show up and he bringing it with his A game, like I'll take a Jay-Z. And I'm not saying that Jay-Z is not handsome. His swag makes him handsome. I will take that man that you all not fond of that got swag. That's just me. As you can see, I'm open to this whole meeting new people thing, and you do have to have a level of openness if you're going to do it. Dating in your 40s is real different, baby. But I think that's a video for another day. I got some phone calls I have to do tonight. So I will come back and talk to you all after I've had a few more conversations and let y'all know what I got going on. All right. I love you all. I will see you next video.